Hello and welcome to our channel where we explore the world of Odoo. This video is the third installment in our series on creating node-based user interfaces for Odoo. In this video, we'll continue our journey into designing and implementing an interactive node-based UI. Without further ado, let's get started. In our previous video, we discussed alternative connection styles for node-based user interfaces. Today we're going to explore another commonly used style, curved connections. While there is a mathematical theory behind it, we'll focus on implementing one of the existing solutions by Paul Lebeau on Stack Overflow. As I've mentioned in the previous video, although there are many styles we can apply to the connection, we need to be mindful about the cost of the operation. For n connected nodes, the connection will be drawn at least n-1 times, which means 100 connected nodes will have at least 99 connections. More if a node can have more than one connection. We previously covered the fundamental operations of a node-based UI, creating, selecting, and removing nodes. However, there's another essential operation that must be available in any node-based user interface: creating connections between nodes. While creating nodes can be as simple as clicking a button, creating connections between nodes poses a more challenging implementation. We could implement this feature by showing a dialog asking the user to enter the node names or IDs. However, that's not an ideal user experience. A better approach is to allow users to simply click on the first node and drag the mouse to the second node, releasing the button to create a connection between the two nodes. When implementing this feature, we need to consider a few things. Firstly, this interaction collides with the node dragging and selection operations. We'll need to find a way to manage these interactions seamlessly. Secondly, depending on the features we want to implement in our UI, we might need to perform additional mathematical calculations. For example, if we want to use lines with markers at the starting and ending nodes, we'll need to calculate the coordinates of the intersection between the connection line and the border of the nodes. One way to solve the first issue is to use a combination of a flag and additional mouse event listeners. We can add a simple Boolean flag to mark that the user is in the process of connecting two nodes, and modify our existing mouse listener to set the flag and manage the connecting process. For the second issue, if we want markers on both ends of the connection line, we'll need to calculate the coordinates of the intersection between the connection line and the border of the nodes. To demonstrate this and the differences when handling multiple types of shapes, we'll use two different shapes for our nodes: circles and squares. We'll create two separate functions, one for each shape type. For the circular ones, we'll use the radius for calculation, while for the square ones, we'll use their width and height. As you can see on your screen, we're creating a more complex node-based UI that takes into account different shapes and styles. Let's summarize what we've learned through this series. To create a node-based user interface, at least two essential components need to be implemented: graphical elements and interaction mechanisms. The graphical elements can vary in shape and style depending on the purpose of the application. For web applications, we can implement node-based UI using HTML canvas, SVG elements, and HTML elements with CSS. Depending on the features we want to present, we may need to perform mathematical calculations for positioning and styling the graphical elements. And that concludes all the basic aspects needed to implement a node-based user interface. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like and share it with others who might benefit from this tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you can stay up to date on all my experiments and tutorials. We'll see you in the next video.